Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today I'm going to be starting the November monthly vlog, which I've no doubt will be like last month's and full of unboxings because apparently you guys enjoyed that. I was so anxious about uploading that video because it was full of unboxings and it was so long, but it turns out you've all enjoyed it, so I'm really happy about that because I can't tell you how anxious I was about it. But it is currently 5:35 on the 3rd of November. I am late starting this vlog, but it's been a really busy couple of days and I just haven't had a chance to pick the camera up. Also, I've been at my brother's and Andy's, so yeah, it is what it is. But I am here to start the vlog off. I do have a couple of unboxings, naturally, and then I did want to run through with you exactly what it is I'm planning on reading, well, starting the month off with, albeit I won't necessarily be starting the month off with these because it's currently final book support group this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I'm doing a separate vlog for that, so this will be a after final book support group plan. But I thought we could start it off with some books reading rather than unhauling. So I am going to focus on Lotus by Jennifer Hartman. I'll tell you about these books once I get to them, but I'm currently 63 pages into this one and I am going to continue on with it from there. So I'm very excited to get to this one, get back to it at least. Anyway, I'm hyped for that one. Then I do have Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates, which I started last month and has carried over. I'm currently 92 pages into this and I will be continuing on from where I am. I'm very excited about getting back to this one, especially now that I've found the audiobook, so I'm hyped for that. And then the last one that I am partway through is, that's a pure fucking lie, but the last one I'm partway through that I'm focusing on in November is Divine Rivals. I still haven't put the dust jacket back on this one. I am 71 pages into this one and I will be continuing on from there as well. This is my Patreon buddy read for... it was for September and October, so I am behind on that, but I am excited about getting to this one as well. This may be focused in this vlog, or depending on how my Patreon F1 readathon goes, I may read it in that as well. I've already got 3 books for that. It's a week long, but one of them is extremely chunky. It's the Empire of the Vampire, so it will depend. I mean, if I get a chance to get to it before then, great. If I don't, I'll try and read it in that vlog, and if not, it will come after that vlog. I do also have Midnight is the Darkest Hour tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, and Into the Drowning Deep to focus on this month. So, but I would like to get through some of the books that I'm already part way through. That would be a really good help for me if I could do that. So very quickly, I do have 2 parcels, albeit one of them I've already opened because it was left on my doorstep and it was damp and I don't know how long it's been left on my doorstep for, so I tried to get the books out as quickly as I can because they're special editions. But luckily the person that I've bought these books off actually wrapped them really well. Now, I had no intention of buying these books when they went for sale on Fairyloo, but I feel like I've missed out. I've never read these books. I don't know if I'm past it now because I don't read a lot of YA fantasy anymore, but I feel like I've missed out with having never read them before, and I really want to try them, and I know that if I didn't have these copies of them and I enjoyed them, I'd be really fucking mad. I'm hoping that they are like, you know, they have the writing vibe of the likes of Zodiac Academy, where it's just so addictive and you can't put it down. That's what I'm hoping for. It doesn't need to be outstanding. I just really want addictive writing, and that's what I'm hoping for. So this set is the Vampire Academy set. I don't know if there's going to be a few of you shaking your head at the TV screen going, why? Why did you do that to yourself? Because I wanted to. This did not come from Fairyloo. I got them secondhand off of Vinted, and I'm really excited because they are such good quality. How pretty are those edges? So let's go through them. We do have the first one, which is Vampire Academy. This one, these are by Rochelle Mead, and the edges on this are absolutely stunning. Underneath the dust jacket, they do have this foiling, which is beautiful. I love the covers, otherwise I would just put them on my shelves naked. These are the end papers, and the first one is signed by Rochelle Mead as well. The writing in here is absolutely massive, so, and also they lay flat as well. Good job. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And then underneath the dust jacket as well, we do have this as well, which is very pretty, I think. I know a lot of people hate character art. I don't mind it, but yeah, very pretty indeed. I'm So excited to have these. I'm mad at myself a little bit for not getting them directly from Fairly, but I'm really glad that I've managed to get a set. I don't know which one's book 2, so we're just going to go with Shadow Kiss and assume that this is correct. So this is the cover for Shadow Kiss. Absolutely stunning. These are the edges. They go all the way up to the top as well. Underneath the dust jacket, very pretty. And art as well underneath the dust jacket. Every time I say underneath the dust jacket, I mean the naked hardcover, except for when I mean underneath the dust jacket. And then Frostbite, which is significantly smaller than the other two, with the sprayed edge. The naked hardcover, got it right this time. And the reverse of the dust jacket. So yeah, wasn't anticipating buying those this year, but I'm glad I've got them and I'm excited to give them a try. I am very, very excited. I realised that this is not all of them. I don't know if this was done in such a way that it's like 2 sets of trilogies, but we're following different people in them, or whether it's just a case of Fairly have just split them in 2 and eventually they will do the others. I'm hoping that I can get a set of the others, fingers crossed. Because obviously I didn't get these from Fairly, but fingers crossed I can get a set of the others. And then the other parcel, the other box was delivered to the shop around the corner, so I haven't had to unbox this one yet, so I thought we could do it together. I have another one waiting for me actually. It got delivered just after I picked this one up, but I'll pick it up tomorrow. But these are also from Vinted. Okay, so this is another set that it's another series I haven't read. But I've been told by many, many people that I should read this series. I was going to do it on Kindle Unlimited. However, I was really excited about this set that I found on Vinted. It is very much so a discreet cover, if you like. And it is the Madison Kate series by Tate James. I've got books 1 to 4. Hate, Liar, Fake and Kate. And these covers are really pretty. It's very plain, but I like it because the originals did have girls on the covers. Or men, I think. I think they had a mix of people on the covers. But I have heard very good things about this series. It's very much a dark romance, I believe. And yeah, I am very intrigued. So we have Hate, Liar, which is book 2 and much chunkier than the first one. We have Fake, which is book 3 and again, much chunkier than the first 2. And finally we have Kate, which again is very, very chunky, which is book 4 in the series. And I'm really, really excited to have these really pretty discreet covers of this series. So yeah, very hyped. They're in really good nick and they were wrapped up very, very nicely, so no damage to them whatsoever. And I'm really looking forward to the fact that I've got some new books again, because apparently I didn't have enough. Truly should not have bought them, but I don't care. It is what it is. So I need to get going because I need to start my vlog for Final Book Support Group and get myself ready for sprints that are happening in 45 minutes. So I'm going to go and I will check back in with you when I've got an update for you. It may be a couple of days. It may be that I unbox what I picked up yesterday. But yeah, I'll check back in with you soon. Good morning. I've just gotten out of the shower and this has been posted and I'm desperate to open it. I don't know if it's Bookshops and Bone Dust or Iron Flame. I'm fairly certain it's Bookshops and Bone Dust from the size of it. It doesn't feel like it could be Iron Flame. But I needed to have the camera on and I've only just got out of the shower, so we're going to do it with wet hair and then I will come back and give you not that I have much of an update. I'm finishing off what am I finishing off? Finishing off the F1. No, I'm not. Finishing off the Final Book Support Group vlog. So I don't have much of an update for you, but I do have plans to take books with me to Andy's this week, so I'll come back and tell you about that. So yes, it is Bookshops and Bone Dust. Oh, it's so pretty. I hate that I have a little sense of feeling a bit gutted that it's not Iron Flame, because I'm so excited about having this copy of this book, but I've read it, you know. So it is Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry. This is the Waterstones special edition with the sprayed edges. Absolutely beautiful. It is signed by Travis as well. And we have the original artwork. I've actually gone and bought a US copy with this artwork on it as well. And then underneath the dust jacket. So that is my second copy of this edition of Bookshops and Bone Dust. My other one just has normal sprayed edges, but yeah, my second copy, so yay for that. It came. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and dry my hair and I'll come back and update you once I'm ready. All right, howdy, I'm back. My hair is dry. Yeah, I was really sad. I wasn't sad that it was Bookshops and Bone Dust. I was just sad that it wasn't Iron Flame, you know? Anyway, I am packing my shit to go to Andy's now till like Sunday or Monday next week. It's currently Tuesday. It's a really busy week for me. Tomorrow I am going out to the Trafford Centre with Tara for some Christmas shopping and some lunch. Then on Thursday I am working. I get my nails done Thursday morning, then I'm working. Friday I have Thomas first thing in the morning, then I've got a funeral. Saturday hopefully will be a fucking chill day because it's needed. And then Sunday again, I think a chill day. Andy's off work Saturday, Sunday, so I'm really excited for us to just chill because I haven't seen him since Friday afternoon. So yeah, pretty busy week, lots going on, but I am planning on taking some books with me, so let me tell you what I'm planning on taking with me. First of all, I am currently reading Killers of a Certain Age, but this is for a different vlog, so I'm not going to talk about it other than the fact that I'm taking it with me in this vlog, because the other vlog that this is for will have already got up, so I'll leave a link to it up here. And then the other books that I am going to take are a couple of books that I'm already partway through because I could really do with getting on with these now. So I've got Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates, which is a horror, thriller, horror, either way. And basically we are following a woman called Margot Hull whose parents have died. She hasn't seen her parents since she was young. They have both died of a heart attack at the same time, and she has now inherited Gallows Hill, which is a winery that her parents ran. She goes back, well, she goes to the funeral, she then moves in at Gallows Hill, but some strange goings on start happening in the house. I think this is a haunted house story, and so far I'm enjoying it, and I'm currently 92 pages in. I did start reading this in October but didn't get a chance to finish it. I was physically reading it till I realised that the audiobook was actually on Scribd, Everend now. So yeah, I'm going to continue on with this now that I've got the audiobook. I'm hoping it shouldn't take me too much longer to get through this. We will see. Time is not on my side at the moment. And then the other book I am going to take with me is Lotus by Jennifer Hartman. Again, I'm partway through this one. I may think about restarting it, but I don't know. I can kind of remember what's happened up until this point. 63 pages in this one we are following Oliver Lynch, who has been missing for the last 22 years. He went missing as a child 22 years ago. He has lived his life underground in a bunker where he was told that there has been an apocalypse and it's not safe to go outside. He ended up escaping 22 years later, and this is the story of him being introduced back into life, trying to find out exactly what happened to him, being introduced back to the people that were in his life, his brother, his best friend Sydney, who we also follow, and yeah, trying to figure out exactly what happened to him and how much he has changed, etc. So far it's really interesting. We actually saw Oliver kind of come back to humanity in Still Beating, towards the end of Still Beating. It was kind of in the background of a breaking news segment on TV in the book. It wasn't like a huge factor in the book, but we did kind of see it. So there are little crossovers with these books. But yeah, Oliver has now come back. He is living with his brother, who he doesn't remember at all. He only remembers little bits about Sydney, his best friend who lives across the road, and he's just trying to figure out how to live in this world, because for him 22 years ago there were so many different things. If I think back now to 22 years ago for myself, I would have been 11. We would have had big chunky computers. We would have had dial-up internet, I think. We would have had big chunky TVs. There was none of this flat screen TV on your wall. None of this, you know, everyone's got a laptop and a spare screen. Not everyone had a phone. In fact, 11 years old, I would have been just shy of getting my first mobile phone. I got my first mobile phone as I went to high school. So yeah, imagine if I'd missed all of that. I would have no fucking clue what I was coming out to now, that's for damn sure. So yeah, it's interesting and I'm really excited to get back to this one. Again, I also have the audiobook for this one. So these are the three books that I'm taking to Andy's. These are the two that you will find out about in this vlog. So yeah, I'm excited. Monday we do have the box readathon starting, so again, none of that will be in here because I will be doing a separate reading vlog for that, but I am hoping by then I can get these finished, because then I will still have Midnight is the Darkest Hour tomorrow and Into the Drowning Deep for the rest of the month. I have so much to get to and so little time. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how we get on, but this is what I'm taking to his. And I will keep you updated, let you know how I'm getting on, maybe get some clips of what I'm up to this week, take you along with me, etc. And I will check back in with you when I've got another update for you. Hello, it is bad hair day, Wednesday the 8th of November. It's the next day from when I last updated you. And I have more book mail. I've just been to Trafford Centre with my sister-in-law for a little girly day now that she's on maternity leave, and it was so lovely. We did a little bit of shopping. I didn't do as much Christmas shopping as I'd hoped. Honestly, I've pretty much finished. I've just got to get my dad and Andy stuff, but I need to go shopping with Andy and I need to find out what my dad wants. So I ended up buying myself a whole bunch of shit, to be perfectly honest. I got a dress for Tara's baby shower on Sunday, which I'm really excited about. It's the first time in ages that I've put an outfit on and actually loved it immediately, so I'm really excited about that. I did also from Primark get a couple of little bits. First of all, how freaking cute are these Winnie the Pooh high tops? I am obsessed. The label said 12 quid on them. I got charged 6. Fucking bargain. And then I got Thomas these. They're furry Crocs. He's gonna love them. And then I got Andy just a couple of headbands for his hair, because it's driving him mad, keep putting it up in a bobble, so he wanted a couple of headbands. So I've got him a couple of those. First shop we went to was Waterstones. So okay, hear me out. I have ordered Iron Flame, the special edition one from Waterstones. It came yesterday after I'd left the house. And I was hoping to nip back today and go and pick it up, but I didn't have time because Andy ended up having to go for a doctor's appointment. He's got a bit of an infection. So I decided I was going to pick up a copy while I was in Waterstones. So that's all I went in for. So I've got my copy of Iron Flame, a plain one, which will match my plain copy of Fourth Wing. I've got no excuses, quite frankly. I have a copy coming from Fairy Loot. I actually think that's my only other copy I've got coming. I'm fairly certain it is anyway, fingers crossed. So I now have a copy of this. I've got 3.5 hours of uninterrupted reading time, and I should be prioritising the other books that I brought with me that I'm already part way through. Am I going to do that? Probably not. And then I bought 3 more. I couldn't be stopped. I spotted Out There Screaming by Jordan Peele, which I've seen everybody reading recently and really enjoying. This is an anthology of new black horror, and I'm really excited to have a copy of this. So I ended up picking this up. It was £3 off as well, so it's like the same price as what it would have cost from Amazon. So I just ended up picking a copy up. And then I spotted Step Father Christmas, which I do have an e-arc of, but I really wanted a physical copy by L.D. Lipinski, who is the author of the Strange World Travel Agency, which I really enjoy. So I ended up picking this up. Then I nearly swapped it out for The Snow Girl. You can clearly see I didn't do that, by Sophie Anderson, who's written some of my favourite books of all time. This is adorable, middle grade. But I ended up not doing that and just buying it anyway, because look at those sprayed edges. It's Santa and his reindeer, and I couldn't not put it down. Also, incredibly floppy. So I ended up buying 4 books in Waterstones. That was the first shop we went in. And honestly, I'm not even a little bit disappointed in myself. Kind of proud, actually. Yeah, 4 books. So I'm going to settle in and make a start on Iron Flame, which is the sequel to Fourth Wing. If you don't know, I don't know where you've been. But it's the sequel to Fourth Wing, which is I think it's new adult fantasy romance novel. And it is about this girl called Violet, who is, I think she's 19 years old if I remember correctly. And she has like weak bones, so she's quite frail, if you like. However, she wants to be a scribe. There are 4 different quadrants in this like world. She wants to be in the scribe quadrant, and her mother, who's quite high up in the ranks, ends up forcing her to go the dragon rider quadrant route. Now it's assumed that she's going to fail, because she hasn't got the stamina or the strength to essentially pull this off. It's a bunch of trials, and then the final trial is bonding with the dragon. However, Violet is a very strong girl, and I 100% support this. So she ends up going through all of the trials, she bonds with the dragon, and we kind of go from there. There's this guy called Zayden Ryerson, who quite frankly is mithering the, well, not mithering the fuck out of her, but they have quite a bullyish romance relationship, and it kind of goes from there. It's quite, would you say enemies to lovers? Yeah, I would say so. It is enemies to lovers. It is really good. I loved Fourth Wing. It's my favourite book of the year. Is that still true? Yeah, it's my favourite book of the year so far. So I am very eagerly anticipating getting into Iron Flame. Am I going to be able to finish this before the F1 readathon starts on Monday? Probably not. Am I going to do my absolute bestest? Yes. Do I wish that I had Friday free to plough my way through this? Yes, I do. However, I need to look after Thomas in the morning, and then I've got a funeral in the afternoon. So it all depends on what time I do get back from the funeral, or whether I end up there until Andy finishes work and then he'll join me, because he's at work and it's actually his friend's mum. So he's going to the funeral portion while I've got Thomas, and I'm going to the wake afterwards, so that we've both kind of shown our faces and we've both been there. So yeah, there is potential for me to be able to have the chance to come back and continue finishing this on Friday, but I highly doubt it. And then Saturday, it is our kind of only free full day this week that we've got together, because Sunday I have Tara's baby shower. So if he goes on the PlayStation, I will obviously be picking this up, but if he doesn't, we will just hang out and I won't pick this up, because it'll be nice to actually spend some time with him. I've barely seen him now this week. Even though I'm here all week, he's now at work till 7, like 7 till 7, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, so that's my plan. I'm gonna go. I just wanted to come and update you, show you what I got from Waterstones, and show you them poo shoes, Winnie the Pooh shoes, because they're adorable and I'm really excited, and they were a fucking bargain in the end as well. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with Iron Flame, and I will check back in with you when I've got an update for you. Friday the 10th of November. And I've nipped home this evening because I have to get balloons for Tara's baby shower on Sunday from my card shop, because the card shop in West Orton didn't have the colour that we needed. They didn't have the right colour green, and I know my card shop does. So I phoned them in yesterday and I'm picking them up tomorrow morning at 10:30. Andy's not too well at the moment. He's got a little bit of an infection. So I said to him, I have been at his since Tuesday, and I said to him, listen, I might go home after tea. First of all, it'll let you have a good night's sleep and myself, because I've been sleeping terribly. But also it just means I'm not coming back tomorrow for the sake of picking balloons up. So I'm getting a little bit of time at home this evening, which is nice, but it is late already. It is currently 25 to 10. So I'm probably going to go up. I'll either watch a movie or do some reading. I should do some reading. But I've come home to a massive stack of parcels. I have had to open them just because some of them are birthday presents. So I have like stuck my hand in to make sure that there isn't a note in any of them, and the rest I have just opened. So I've got them to show you here. But I did want to come and give you a reading update on Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I have not finished this. But I did manage to get a decent chunk in the other night. I'm probably about a fifth of the way through. I'm on page 144. This is the normal edition that I picked up from Waterstones when I went to Trafford Centre on Wednesday with Tara. And I made the decision, I ummed and ahed, because my thought process was that I'll probably get rid of this book once I've finished reading it, because I do have special editions coming. But also I did annotate my normal edition of Fourth Wing, and then I immediately wanted to annotate something, so that's exactly what I've gone ahead and done. So I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with these normal editions of both of these books, but right now they've got annotations in. I am loving this so far. It is so nice to be back with these characters and back in this world. I'm having a fantastic time. I entirely forgot until page 1 what happened at the end of Fourth Wing. Page 1 immediately brought me back to exactly what happened at the end of Fourth Wing, so yay for that. But I immediately forgot about that. In fact, I think I make a note about it here because it's repeated exactly what happens. I'm not going to say what it is because no spoilers here on this channel, but I actually write in the book, oh my god, I completely forgot that happened until just now. So yeah, I'm really thoroughly enjoying this. I missed 10 so much, and no context because I don't want to spoil anything. Naturally my battery is flashing, and yeah, I'm just having a great time being back in this world. I'm having a fantastic time with the characters. I am a little bit sad about a situation that one of the characters is in, meaning we're not getting as much page time with that character, which makes me a little bit sad, but I'm hoping that that will stop soon. But yeah, I'm having a fantastic time. There isn't much more I can say than that without spoiling it. So I'm just having a great time. I forgot how good the world building in this, how good the characters are, and how much I love and how much I'm invested in the characters and exactly the situations that they're in. There was also another thing that I forgot that happened towards the end of Fourth Wing that immediately made me sad the second that I read about it on page again in this. So great time so far, ready to have my heart torn out again. And on that same vein, one of the books that has come in the post is the Waterstones edition. So it looks the exact same. The only difference is that we do have some sprayed edges. That is literally the only difference. The end papers are the same on the inside and everything. It's just got some really, really pretty sprayed edges. I have ordered the Waterstones Fourth Wing as well to match. I have also ordered the red covered Waterstones Fourth Wing as well from Waterstones. There is no need for me to have that many copies of that book, but FOMO won out, and my thought process was, well, I'll get rid of my original copy and I'll just keep that one as my original copy, the red one. Alright, I don't think this will have enough juice to get me through this update because my battery just died. Then I had a mini panic because I've gone and left my laptop back at Andy's because I'm going back tomorrow morning, and that has my battery charger in it with my spare battery. Then I remembered that I bought a new camera, so I have a new battery charger and another new battery. There was no juice in that battery, so I've just given this a quick 5-minute boost and I'm hoping it'll get through. I forgot what I was saying. The red Fourth Wing. So my thought process was that I'll keep that and get rid of the original. However, as I've just said, I've annotated that. So either I go through and copy my annotations into the red one, or I just keep them all. Nobody needs that many editions. Whatever, because I'm getting the Fairy Loot ones as well. So I've already got 2 copies of Fourth Wing. I have 2 more coming from Waterstones, which gives me 4, and then I have the Fairy Loot one coming, which gives me 5. And I now have 2 copies of Iron Flame. I am getting the Fairy Loot one as well, so that will give me 3. I don't even have like enough that they are matching. Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Anywho, I'm really enjoying this. I'm having a great time. That was all I came on to say about that. So that is my reading update. Now, as far as book, like the haul is concerned, I did come home to this box and I was like, who is this from? I opened it up. I was like, did I order something from a website that's come from somewhere else? I did not. It's come from IZE Press, or IZE Press, however they pronounce it, who is an imprint of Yen Press, who I've done some work with before, and they now specify in Korean books. So I opened this up already, but I'm really excited about what's inside it. So let's do it again together. I haven't fully opened it up, so I don't know what this is. I'm assuming it's a tote bag. And it is for Chaco. Nice, which is the manhwa that's in here. We do have then a mirror with this on the back. Obviously, hello to yourselves and my dirty, dirty kitchen. There is a sticker here for IZE Press, and then we have some stickers here for Chico. We have one for the Star Seekers, and then we do have one for Dark Moon, the Blood Altar as well. And then, based off of those stickers, we do have a special preview of the Star Seekers, and then one for Dark Moon, the Blood Altar as well. Obviously, it's split in half halfway through. And the creme de la creme, we have Chaco. I didn't think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, Seven Fates Chaco, created by Hybe, co-produced by Webtoon. So I don't know what this is about, but it is a manhwa. It's in full colour. One day, Zia wakes up in a hospital bed with a nasty wound on his chest and no memory of what happened. Before he can get his bearings, a city detective reveals that he was found collapsed on Inwang Mountain, the sole survivor of a grisly mass murder. This was only the beginning. The biome monstrous entities from another world stalk the streets, mauling and devouring anyone they can find. When Zia learns that he's somehow at the centre of this, centre of it all, he decides to stand up and fight, but first he will need allies, a team of 7 individuals drawn to each other as if guided by fate itself. This sounds fascinating. It also sounds right up my street and definitely gives me feels of Solo Leveling, but more so a team, whereas Jinwoo ends up kind of like going off on his own, hence Solo Leveling. This one sounds more like a team. This sounds right up my street, so thank you so much to IZE Press for sending me that, and Yen Press as well. I was starting to wonder how they had my address because I didn't know this was coming at all. It's completely unsolicited, so I didn't know it was coming, but naturally I've done some work with Yen Press before and they have just sent it along, which is lovely of them, so thank you so much to them. I truly appreciate it. I might try and do a reel tomorrow unboxing that for them on Instagram. I have no obligations to them whatsoever. It was unsolicited, but it might be nice to do so. Then I had a moment of pure madness. These 2 came in the post. Killing Stalking Volume 3 and 4, and I questioned everything because I didn't know whether or not I'd ordered these myself or they were gifts. There was no gift note because they came from World of Books. I couldn't find an email to say that I'd ordered them, so I had to go through my bank statement. It turns out that there is a charge for World of Books. I'm assuming it's these. So I've bought 3 and 4 apparently. Don't remember doing that. Sometimes these are the pros of having ADHD and fucking terrible memory, because sometimes you get nice surprises, as does my bank apparently. Then I did also order an American version of Bookshops and Bone Dust by Troyes Baldry. The only thing that lets me down with this a little bit is that it's a shiny edition rather than rather than the matte edition like Legends and Lattes, but I really wanted a copy of this book with this cover because I do have the indie Legends and Lattes before it was picked up by a publisher. So I managed to get a copy of this on Blackwell's. So if you are in the UK and you would like a copy like this version of it, it's from Blackwell's. Just be warned, it is a shiny edition. It's not matte like the original Legends and Lattes. But yeah, would recommend this book. 5 out of 5 stars. Make sure you read Legends and Lattes first, albeit I don't think it's necessarily vital, but you are already introduced to Viv in Legends and Lattes, and they don't give a massive background story to Viv in Bookshops and Bone Dust because we already know her. Albeit it is a prequel, it is still a case of read the first one first. Also, the first one's freaking adorable. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars, would recommend. And then the last book that I did get that wasn't a gift, because there is a box that's gone on my gift pile for my birthday, was Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I'm not going to go on another rant again about publishers changing book covers, but I fucking hate the new book covers. I'll show a picture of it here. It's absolutely awful. I hate it. I am very intrigued about this book. I know that Becca's enjoyed this one and I am really intrigued about it. However, what I will say about this cover, this does not scream romance to me. Not even up close now that I've got it. This is not romance to me. I thought this was like a pirate story whenever I saw the cover. It's not, it's a romance. Apparently a smutty romance as well. I'm really excited about giving it a bash. It is a chunky one. I've managed to get this on Vinted secondhand and it's in really good nick as well. So yeah, really happy I managed to get my hands on a copy of this one because I didn't want the new one because it's shit. I know that publishers are trying to get romance books with you know, discreet covers. What about this screams porn? Can somebody explain it to me? Granted, but still no. I hate the new cover, so I got this one. Whether or not I'm going to be able to get matching with the rest, I don't know, but I don't even know if I enjoy it yet, so we'll have to see. My battery's flashing again, so I could get cut off again, but I also have some jumpers to show you from Stitch S. Stitch S? Yeah, Stitch S. I have bought from Stitch S before. I bought some Halloween sweaters from Stitch S before. My ghost, my Scream Squad ghost face one, that's from Stitch S, if you've seen that before. So I've bought some Christmas ones from her and I'm obsessed. I ended up changing some of the colours that are on her website. I will leave a link to her in the description box down below if you want to go and check her out. But I got Don't Be a Cotton Headed Ninny Muggins, which is obviously from The Elf. This isn't the colour of the sweater on the shop, but I did decide to go for this colour instead, and I'm really happy that I did. So I got this one. Then I got just a really standard Christmas trees one in forest green. It looks black, I think, on the camera. It looks black on the camera to me anyway, but it is definitely forest green. So I got this one, cute little Christmas sweater, very subtle, that I could wear right now in the middle of November and nobody would care. And then the last one that I did get was this Grinch one that says, "Is it too late to be good?" which I did get in black. Again, I think the original one was in grey on the website shop, but I wanted to get a different colour, so I did get it in black, and I think it's come out perfect and I love it. And I do have another one on its way from her as well that I've just ordered today because she's done some printed ones instead as well. So I've just ordered one of them, another Grinch one actually. So yeah, that is my update. I'm going to get a move on because this has been a long update. I'm going to get shufty on. I need to tidy up a little bit and I need to probably get to bed, albeit I might sit up and watch a little bit more Gold Rush. But yeah, it's been a busy day today. I've been looking after Thomas this morning while Matt and Tara have been to the hospital to check on baby. Baby is fine. And then I went to a funeral this afternoon and I didn't sleep much last night, so I did have a nap when I got in as well. Not a long one, just a very, very short nap. Short for me anyway, it's about an hour long, but it was short for me because my naps are usually 4 hours long because it takes me an hour to get to sleep. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill this evening, and then tomorrow I need to nip to the balloon shop, get the balloons, get back to Andy's, and that's it. So yeah, that's everything. I'm gonna go and I will check back in with you, and I've got another update for you. It's 4 minutes to 12 on Wednesday. No, why do I think it's Wednesday? Friday, the 17th of November. It is still F1 readathon. But I thought I'd come on and give you an update because I have a couple of things to unbox and I thought I could do that with you. So, oh, my back's killing. I've been moving this unit back here because I've got a new, this unit back here. I've got a new bookcase and set of drawers coming today, as well as a new wardrobe for the bedroom and another set of drawers for the bedroom as well. So it's a busy day for furniture. Oh, bookcase for downstairs in the living room as well. It's a busy day for sure. So I have 2 Illumicrate boxes, now Crate Junior box, and a stack of books here. Some I've already, the majority of them actually, I've already unboxed, and then this one that's just come this morning. So I thought we could do this together because apparently you guys seem to like the 2-hour long vlog that I did last month for October. So I thought I would combine my unboxings from here on out into my monthly vlog, because why the heck not? So this Illumicrate box, I'm not sure what's in it. I think it's a special edition of something, as opposed to, yes it is, as opposed to a subscription book. Keep these for when I resell books. So we do have Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. This is the special edition. This is very pretty. I love it. Is it signed? Nope. Is it meant to be signed? I don't know. I can't remember. I have not read this yet. I do have... No, I don't have... Do I have a normal edition coming? I think I do. I keep forgetting. It has the reversible dust jacket with the new covers, of which I did not get the originals from Illumicrate because I was mad that they didn't do one for Loath to Love You, which is the short story collection. I understand the short story collection is difficult to do in this style, but it still makes me mad that I would have different sets of covers, despite the fact that this is fucking beautiful. Different sets of covers for the books. So I didn't end up with the edition of Love Theoretically for this either, because they only did it as a set rather than doing Love Theoretically separately. So I'm really freaking pissed. The Illumicrate Black Friday sale comes up soon, I think, so I'm intrigued to see whether or not that option will come back up again, because if it does I will end up buying it. But yeah, so that is Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood from Illumicrate. I think this one is the... Oh no, it's another special edition that I ordered. And it is of Iris Kelly Doesn't Date by Ashley Herring Blake. I have the first 2 in this series. I've only read Delilah Green Doesn't Care, so I need to continue on with the series. Gorgeous edges. This one, It's Never Too Late to Be Yourself, is signed by Ashley Herring Blake. That's a really cute message. Underneath the dust jacket. And yeah, very excited to give this one a read. I really enjoyed Delilah Green Doesn't Care. I still have yet to read Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. But I enjoy this series and I love the characters, so I'm very excited to continue on with this one. This one could be one, I think this is the last book in the series actually as well. This one could be one for me to try and smash my way through next year for Final Book Support Group and get through it now that I own them all. So that is exciting. And then we have Our Crate Junior, which is a middle grade subscription service, and I do have a discount code for you which I will show on the screen, and also leave a link to them and my discount code in the description box down below if you're interested in checking them out. So this month's theme is a Pirate's Trove, which is exciting. I've just seen the word scallywag. Jade calls Thomas a scallywag and he thinks it's the funniest thing on the planet. So yeah, how cute is this little pouch? Adorable. This looks very One Piece-esque. Yes, it is. It's One Piece inspired. Oh god, Gav would love this bag, this box. We do have some Scallywag socks. Very, very cute indeed. Love me a good pair of socks. We have another embroidery set. Okay, we just got one of these in a Fairy Loot box, and now I'm really excited. Batten Down the Hatches. Oh, it's a melty bead kit. That's different. That makes way more sense for children than a you know, keep forgetting this is a children's box. We have a bead set. God, I haven't done these for a long time. Maybe I could do it as a project one night while reading a book. Okay, we have a little pouch inspired by the Princess Bride. You can use this to make decisions. So on one side it says as you wish, and on the other it says inconceivable. This is so cute for when you're indecisive. Love that. You know how indecisive I am as a person. My ADHD and my anxiety make me super indecisive, and I can never make a fucking decision. All right, next month we have The Power of Stories for December. Looks like we're gonna get a beanie as well, maybe. Cute. We also have the pin that matches the book. This is for Galaxy Jones and the Space Pirate. Very nice little pin. Shine a light. I've just knocked the box over and all the paper bits have gone everywhere. Bloody hell. Okay, we have a recipe for golden Dublin pancakes. Always down for some pancakes. I love this cover. This is incredible. Galaxy Jones and the Space Pirates by Brianna McDonald. How cool is that cover? I'm obsessed with that. Is this illustrated? Please let it... Oh, it's not illustrated. Just love me a good illustrated book. Nice under the dust jacket. Galaxy Jones lives on the very, very edge of a star system in an inn run by her dads. Queer. We love that. She loves her home and her little family, but tourists have stopped coming and Lexi's on the verge of losing it all. You know what I love? The name Galaxy as a name. You can shorten it to Lexi, Alex. I know that the Ninth House book, her actual name, Alex Stern's name, is Galaxy. I just love it. I love it. If I have a girl, if I ever have children. When the royal family stops at the inn on their way to a neighbouring star system, her dads are hopeful that they'll bring some good business, but Lexi knows they're bringing nothing but trouble. Trouble in the form of spoiled Prince Weston and his annoying dog Comet. Cute. Turns out that trouble is a whole lot bigger than she anticipated. Weston has stolen something. Even worse, he's stolen it from notorious pirates, followers of Lexi's former idol, the famous pirate Astro Bonnie, who have tracked him straight to Lexi's house. Problem is, Weston has lost the trinket somewhere in deep space, and now the pirates are holding all the adults hostage with the threat of destroying the inn if they can't find what they've come for. Lucky for Weston, Lexi has a plan. In exchange for his help saving the family business, she will use all her skills to help him find whatever it is the pirates are after. With some pluck and a whole lot of luck, she might just pull it off and make an unexpected friend along the way. I am obsessed. There is a Dear Reader letter inside. This sounds fantastic. Adventure, space, middle grade, with some cracking names. I'm obsessed with this cover. Amazing. Obsessed. I'm very excited. Awesome. That book's made me very happy. So easily pleased. Oh, I thought it was a gift for a hot minute then. It's not. I ordered it. It's Blood on the Tracks Volume 2. I've been really struggling to get my hands on this. I've ended up buying a used copy. It's in really good nick, actually. I read Blood on the Tracks Volume 1 during the Gav Recommends Me manga video. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll try and remember to leave a link for it up here. But yeah, very excited to continue on with this. Almost nothing happened, but everything happened at the same time. And I don't know how to explain that, so there's that. Then I do have a bunch of books. So I've done a reactions video to the Goodreads Choice Awards, which were a choice in awards. Let's just say that. So following on from the Goodreads Choice Awards, I have gone and bought a bunch of books that I think I would like, that I either had my eye on or I hadn't heard of them before. So let's go through these. So I do have You Again by Kate Goldbeck. I actually already had this ordered before the Goodreads Choice Awards came about. It's just that I ordered it from, I can't remember where I ordered it. Oh, it was Waterstones, I think, but it took a while to get here. So I did already have this ordered. I'm very intrigued by it. And again, I think this might have been the only queer book on that list. I know a lot of people have done reactions to that list and gone, there's not a single queer book on that list. Just from reading the synopsis, I'm fairly certain this is probably queer, seeing as they're both sleeping with the same woman. But yeah, I am very much intrigued by this one. Inspired by Nora Ephron's iconic friendship, friends to lovers rom-com When Harry Met Sally, You Again is a sparkling story of friendship and modern love in many forms. I love When Harry Met Sally, so I'm very excited by this one. Next we do have Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I had my eye on this one. I think I've been very confused because it's the same author of Every Summer After, so I thought it was part of that series, and I didn't have any interest in reading that series. It's not, it's just the same author. But I know, I'm fairly certain that Jodie's read this one from Vanilla Moon and absolutely loved it earlier on this year. Fairly certain that I saw this one, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm intrigued by it for sure. I don't know what it's about, but I'm intrigued for sure. And very excited about picking this one up. Then I'm going to just move that one because that is not part of the Goodreads Choice Awards, so I'll tell you about that in a minute. Then I did, oh, another romance that I did pick up. I fucking hate this cover, I'm not going to lie. The US cover is so much nicer, but I did pick up Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. I hadn't heard of this at all until I saw the Goodreads Choice Award, so I'm intrigued. I read the synopsis, it sounds really good. It's a Reese's Book Club pick for 2023 as well, I did not know that. So yeah, skewering all our certainties about why we fall in love, romantic comedy is a witty and probing tale of how the heart will follow itself, no matter what anyone says. It is Curtis Sittenfeld at her most sharp, daring and compassionate. It sounds really good. I just truly hate this cover. That was a choice. I don't know. Maybe it will make sense when I read the book, but I'm not a huge fan. I think the picture's gorgeous. I think it's lovely. I'm just not a fan of this as a cover. I just prefer the I think it's the US one. I couldn't find that one on UK Amazon, so I did pick up that one. Then I picked up September House by Carissa Orlando. I've had my eye on this for a while and it wasn't available on Amazon, and it was freaking expensive on Blackwell's and also Waterstones, so I wanted to wait till it came back in on Amazon, and luckily with it being Black Friday coming up, it was reduced, so I managed to get it for a reasonable price. And by a reasonable price I mean it cost me £19.19p instead of 25 quid. This is a horror. A woman is determined to stay in her dream home even after it becomes a haunted nightmare in this compulsively readable, twisty and layered debut novel. I know that this was in both the debut and horror category, so yeah, I love me a good haunted house story, so I'm very excited about this one. And then the other one that I did get for Goodreads Choice Awards was What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall. I haven't read anything from Kate Alice Marshall before, but I've heard fantastic things about her books, so I am intrigued by this one too. Also, Alice Feeney has blurbed it, and Riley Sager, two of some of my favourite thriller authors. There were 11 when they sent a killer to prison. They were heroes, but they were liars. I'm fascinated by this. Also, this one has actually come from Flatiron Publishing as well. I don't know how that's happened, but I don't know if you can see that this has the Flatiron building on it. I love the Flatiron building, I'm not gonna lie. So it's come from Flatiron Publishing, and I'm really intrigued by that because then it means it's one of those really cool, I don't know what it is about the US publishers, but they seem to know how to make their hardbacks flat. For some reason we can't do it in the UK. But yeah, so I'm intrigued by this one as well. And then last but by no means least, I got this one on Vinted. I've had my eye on this book for a while. I really want to go to Rare in Edinburgh next year. I missed out on tickets literally by a day, and Becca reminded me the following day and I was like, fuck. So I am now on the Facebook group page trying to find a ticket. If anyone knows of any tickets going, let me know. Obviously that are being sold for the price that they bought them. But if anyone knows of anyone, or if you've got one and eventually you get to a point where you are having to sell it for whatever reason, do let me know, hit me up, because I really want a ticket. But I'm now trying to start looking at some of the authors that are going and see if I can get some of their books read before I go. So one of the authors is Tilly Cole, and I ended up getting Sick Fucks off of Vinted. I've had my eye on this book for a really long time, but for some reason I just didn't pick it up, and then I saw it for a really good price on Vinted, so I thought I would get it. So that's where I got this one from. I don't know anything about it. I know that it's Tilly Cole, I know she's very popular, and I thought I would try with this one. Maybe it's one of her more darker ones and I should start with something a little bit more lighter, but it is what it is. Go hard or go home, right? So yeah. So that is this not so little book haul. I've been collecting these since the beginning of November, so don't freak out on me too badly. But yeah, it is what it is. Also, if I end up doing like a reading Goodreads such and such a category, I really need to pick a category rather than buying books from all of them, because that's getting out of hand. I don't have any reading updates for you because right now I'm reading for the F1 readathon, so that is cool. Actually, no, I do have a reading update for you. I have decided, because I think I was saying that I was going to read this next. I can't remember what I said last to you, but I think I said I was going to read this next in November after the F1 readathon. But Lotus by Jennifer Hartman, it is on my November MBR. It turns out that this was picked up by, there was a special edition done by Mystic Box in the US. I don't have the special edition, but I have said to my patrons, look, if you don't have special editions or you have read all of your special editions, you are more than welcome. Even if you do have special editions, you're more than welcome to pick up books that you know have been picked up by sub boxes. So again, I don't get book of the month, but I know I've got books on my TBR that are in book of the month, so it still counts because you're still getting through books on your TBR. So it turns out this was picked up by a subscription box. Amanda let me know and I decided to read it during the F1 readathon, so I'm currently making my way through this, so you will not see this in this vlog. It will be in my F1 readathon if you want my full thoughts on it. I'm currently making my way through it. I'm hoping to get through it before my furniture comes today, so I can start something else and plan my way through that while building some furniture this afternoon. So that is my plan. I need to go and get myself organised. This room is too much of a mess for me to bring a bookcase in here and then build it in here. So I really need to sort this out so that I can actually build some furniture in here today. But yeah, I'm going to go. I just wanted to unbox some of that stuff with you. And I'm going to make a move and I'll check back in with you when I've got another update for you. Hello, my loves. It is Monday the 20th of November. My apologies if I seem a bit lackluster. I was on a massive high last night following the end of the Box readathon. I had managed to read so much. I'd had such a fantastic time with my patrons and they seemed to have had a really good time as well. But I was in pain with my back. I don't know what I've done, but about a week ago, maybe even longer, I started feeling this twinge in my back, and when I would pick Thomas up I could really feel it. And then over the course of this weekend, I've built the shelves that you're currently sitting on, not the shelves, the drawers you're currently sitting on for the library, and then a bookshelf downstairs. And I think I've taken it too far. So I am in so much pain right now just sitting here, and I've just had a shower in the hopes that the heat would kind of ease my back up a little bit. It hasn't. I've put some deep heat on it. That's not really doing much. It does feel a little bit better, but not much. I struggled to get out of bed this morning, that's how bad it is. And today I was supposed to be building my wardrobes with Andy, so I've had to write that off. I'm absolutely gutted because I desperately need those wardrobes. I desperately need to clear that box room out. I can't do that until I've got my wardrobes because there's nowhere for my clothes to go. So it's not a good day. But I really want to turn this frown upside down. I'm feeling a little bit intimidated by what I've got left on my TBR this month. I did manage to knock out a couple of books throughout the Box readathon that were on my TBR and that were on my end of year TBR. So Lotus, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Midnight is the Darkest Hour were in that list, and I managed to knock them off, which was fantastic news. I will leave a link to the Box readathon up here if you want to check it out. It was a great time and I read so fucking much. Like, I literally can't believe how much I got through. So I thought we could do a quick rundown of what is left on my TBR for the month, and I can let you know what my plans are for this week. So I don't know if this is going to hurt holding this up. It's not even a large stack. So this is what I've got left. We've got Divine Rivals, which I'm 70 pages into. We've got Fourth Wing, which I'm 140 odd pages into. We've got Gallows Hill, which I am 92 pages into. And we've got Into the Drowning Deep, which I haven't started yet, thank fuck, because that's getting beyond a joke. Not only that, but I'm partway through an ebook as well. So that's what I've got. Oh, fuck me. That's what I've got left on this TBR. Fourth Wing. Oh, sorry. I said Fourth Wing before. I meant Iron Flame. Iron Flame and Into the Drowning Deep are on my end of year TBR, both of them. So I do need to get to all of these, and I would like to do it this month. I don't want anything dragging into next month, because I really want to read quite a bit of Christmassy stuff next month, but also the baby's coming. So not my baby, my sister's baby, my sister-in-law's baby. So I need to make sure that I don't drag those through. I am also partway through Cabin Mate by Leah Brunner as well, which I will show you a picture of here. It is a Kindle Unlimited book. I'll tell you the reason why I'm now on my Kindle Unlimited hype in a second. But I'm currently 36 pages into that, 12%, so it shouldn't take me too long to get through that. I kind of want to get back into the groove of reading ebooks and reading them at night, I think. So once I get into bed, put down whatever it is that I'm reading, unless I'm like in the groove with it, then I will continue it. But if I've put something down, spent the rest of the evening just chilling and watching a movie, then getting into bed just reading a little bit of a Kindle ebook. It's another book I've got going on the go, but I'm taking my time with, and it's a nighttime book as well. And I do find that reading on this, rather than listening to a book and playing games, means that I get tired quicker. So I'm currently reading that as well, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a Christmassy romance, and it is friends to lovers, and I'm having a good time so far. I think it's going to be split over like several years. So I'm having a good time with that so far. Once I'm more into it, I can tell you more about it, but it's actually from one of the authors that is going to be at Rare next year in Edinburgh. And I really want to get a ticket nearer the time when they go. You know, people are getting to a point where they're trying to get rid of tickets because they can't go anymore or whatever. So she's one of the authors from Rare, but the cover is absolutely stunning. The then published UK cover I do not like. I'll show a picture of it here, but you can get the physical copies of the really pretty Kindle Unlimited cover, so I have one of those on my wish list, and I'm really hoping that I might get it, so fingers crossed. But this week is actually Believathon, Camp Believathon, which is Gav's middle grade readathon, and I love taking part every single year. I just forget that it happens every single year because it's a Patreon readathon now. And it's Camp Believathon this week, and I really want to take part, but as you've seen, my TBR is relatively large, and I probably should focus on that. But I want to take part. I love to support Gav. Jade's also co-hosting it with him as well, and I would just really love to take part, and I feel like it's a perfect opportunity for me to finish out the Adventures on Train series, because I have 3 books left. There's 4 prompts, so I might give it a bash this week. We'll see. I'm not doing it as a separate vlog. It will be in here, but I might give it a bash. The prompts are Global Gavin, read a book set in a different country or fantasy world. JD Journey, read the first book in a series or continue a series you're already reading. TBR Touchdown, read a book that's been on your TBR forever. Arctic Adventure, match the season with a wintry book. So, I don't know if I can necessarily say that some of these have been on my TBR forever, albeit this was sent to me for my birthday and it came out in 2021, so I could have had this on here since last year's birthday or the birthday before, so potential. This is also set in a different country. It is set in Europe on the Eurostar to Paris and the night train to Berlin, so there is that. Then we have this one, which could count for continuing on a series for JD Journey, and then we have this one for Arctic Adventure. Ironically enough, it's called The Arctic Railway Assassin. So it's definitely set in a wintry setting. So this series is a middle grade series by M.G. Leonard and Sam Sedgman. This is books 3, 4 and books 4, 5 and 6 in the series. It is a complete series now, I think, as well. And it is following Harrison Beck and his uncle Hal. Fairly certain this is the last anyway, yeah, 2022, and another one hasn't been out this year. It's following Harrison Beck and his uncle Nat, sorry, not Uncle Hal, he is Hal, his uncle Nat, and In the first one, his mum is having a baby. She's pregnant, she's having a baby, and basically his parents, Harrison's parents, ask Nat if he can take him away on holiday on one of his train journeys so that they don't have to worry about him while they're having the baby. So he takes him away, and Harrison initially is reluctant to go on this train journey because he thinks it's going to be boring. However, it turns out to be great, and he absolutely loves life. So they end up on these little journeys. So the first one is the Highland Falcon Thief, the second one is Kidnap on the California Comet, and the third one that I've just recently read is Murder on the Safari Star. And basically Harrison is essentially like a little detective now with his uncle Nat, and he ends up solving all of these crimes, and 9 times out of 10 he gets accused of them first. So it's a good time, and I really enjoy them, and they're also very heavily illustrated throughout these books, and I really enjoy that. Hal likes to do a lot of drawings, so we get some of his drawings in here, and there's usually always a drawing of every single person on the train as well, anyone that could be a suspect, etc, etc. And I really enjoyed that element too. Oh, this one's got a map in it. So I would like to complete these this week. It's another series off of my TBR. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep these for Thomas as well. This one's actually got sprayed edges too, which is the Arctic Railway Assassin. But yeah, if they went back to the series, I would not be mad in the slightest. I really enjoy it. So I'm going to see if I can get through those this week, but obviously I do need to prioritise my TBR as well, so I'm going to see if I can mix and match. This week is a little bit of a hodgepodge week. Monday today, obviously I was supposed to be picking Andy up and we were supposed to sort the wardrobes out. That's not going to happen now, but I think I am still going to go to his anyway. Kind of seeing this as a sign that I need to rest up a little bit. So I think I'm going to go to his and rest for a little bit today. Take my books with me, obviously not all of them. Take my books with me and maybe do a little bit of reading. Then tomorrow I'm supposed to be getting my hair done. I don't know how that's going to work out with the need to bend over the bath to have that done, but we will see. And then I'm probably going to come home in the evening because on Wednesday I had an IKEA delivery on Friday last week, and they missed the bookcase for this library room. And I'm really fucking mad about it because they then sent me an email on Saturday to say, oh, looks like something went wrong. We'll be delivering your bookcase on Wednesday next week. And I was like, dude, you've not even given me the option. I might not even be in. Obviously, normally I work on a Wednesday. So now I'm having to take the day off work so that I can be here on Wednesday. So what I've ended up doing is taking the day off work on Wednesday and moving my Thursday to Friday so that I can have Wednesday and Thursday at home. I actually really need to pre-film a whole bunch of videos for December because obviously with the baby coming, he could come at any time. So what I'm kind of hoping I can do is pre-film all of my sit-down videos for December, except for the last few towards the end of the month because they are end of year content. So I want to leave it as late as I can before filming those in case I do read, you know, another most disappointing book or another best read of the year or something. So I want to try and pre-film as much as I can for December, get it all edited, uploaded, scheduled and ready to go, so that if at any point the baby comes early or, you know, the baby just in general comes, I'm ready to go with videos for YouTube and I don't need to worry about it. I'm not stressed about it. So I am gonna do that on Wednesday and Thursday, but it does mean that I've got like 2 full days at home, and if I can smash my pre-filming out in one day and then split my second day with editing and reading, that would be fantastic. I can get my way through a couple of books maybe this week because it's Andy's Saturday and Sunday off work this week. If my back is feeling better, I'm going to see if I can get him to come round Saturday and help me with the wardrobe instead. I begrudge getting my handyman round to do it because I'm going to end up having to pay him. It's a job I can do myself if I have an extra pair of hands. So I begrudge paying the handyman to do it, but I'm in pain and I need those wardrobes. So it might get to a point later on in the week where I have no choice but to ask my handyman if he can do it for me instead, because I really need them. I'm getting desperate. So yeah, so that is my week. It's a hodgepodge week. It's a little bit of a mess. We do have until, when does the month end? I think it's Thursday next week. yeah, we do have until Thursday next week to get through all of these books. So I have time, because Monday, Tuesday next week, then I'll be here. So I do have, and if I've done a load of pre-filming, I am on top of what I need to get done for everything, which is great news. I will just have some editing to do and then I can read, which is fantastic, which is why I want to try and spend Wednesday, Thursday this week pre-filming. It will really help me out, I think. So yeah, that is my plan for the week. We also have the Black Friday sale coming up for Daisy and B this week, which will have been and gone by the time this video is uploaded, but we get the new winter collection tomorrow as well. It's being delivered to my brother's because that's where I'm going to be. So yeah, that is my plan. So I will keep you posted, let you know what I am reading. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about as well, the reason why I'm back on my Kindle Unlimited hype. I received an e-arc from an author last week, and I ended up reading it during the Box Readathon, so it didn't count towards Box Readathon, but because I read it that week I ended up speaking about it in Box Readathon. I'll leave a link to that up here if you want, because I was very passionate in that vlog about it. But the book was called Breakout by Kylie Kent. It comes out, it will have already come out on Kindle Unlimited, but it comes out on Kindle Unlimited Tuesday the 21st of November. So by the time this video goes up, it'll already be out, but it is out in paperback now as well. And I ended up buying myself a copy of the paperback. How pretty is this? I'll give you one guess what this is about, because you'll never get it unless you look deeply at the cover, but you'll never get it. It's a hockey mafia romance. And it was fucking incredible. I gave it 5 stars. I read it in one sitting from midnight to 5:20 in the morning, and I couldn't put it down. It was so good. I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It had me laughing, it had me blushing, it had me sobbing, I had all of the feels. I fucking loved it, and I had to buy a physical copy. So if you're interested in a hockey mafia romance with lots of character growth, some trauma, do be wary of this going in. If you are thinking of picking it up, there are trigger warnings in here for, like, with this, childhood trauma, abuse of a child, not sexual, physical, etc, etc. So just be wary of that. There is PTSD representation in here as well that I think was done fantastically. But yeah, this is why I'm back on my Kindle Unlimited hype train. So yeah, I would recommend this to those of you that are into your sports romance and also mafia romance. It does the combination very, very well, and I really enjoyed it. Would highly recommend. It was so fucking good. And it's the first in a series. The rest will be coming out next year, so I'm very excited. And if you're going to Rare, apparently this author's going to be there, so do check it out. She's really nice as well. I was chatting to her while I was reading her book. So yeah, do check it out. I would highly recommend. And I'm going to go because my back's hurting. So I'll see you in a bit. Hello, it is Thursday the 23rd of November and I'm here to give you an update on my reading because I've actually been doing some. It feels like it's been ages. It's not. Realistically, I finished my last book on Sunday but it was part of Box Readathon. I have had a very sore back after causing some damage to it over the weekend, building some furniture, but therefore I have not been reading much. It's been really difficult for me to get comfortable and just sit and read for a while, so I've just been trying to do odd little bits this week of work and focus on that. I've also been very busy with that because we have the Black Friday sale happening at midnight this evening, Friday morning, whatever way round it should go. And we've been trying to get ready for that, and also the winter collection has come, so I've been packing that up. But I wanted to come on and give you a quick reading update because I have one. So this week I did mention in my last clip, I think, that this week is Believeathon, Camp Believeathon for Gav's patrons, and he has buddied up with Jade to do it this week. And I did want to read at least one middle grade for this week, if not a few. I really wanted to try and get through the Adventures on Train series, but I don't think it's going to be possible. It's now Thursday. My weekend is going to be spent doing a little bit of reading, but not much. Mostly supervising while Andy and his brother build my wardrobes. So, and also doing shop stuff. So I'm not sure how much reading I'm actually going to get done this weekend, but I have finished a middle grade today. So I did read Danger at Dead Man's Pass, which is the 4th book in the Adventures on Train series. I don't think I'm going to get to the other 2 this week. I do need to focus on other books that I need to finish by the end of November. My phone is blowing up. I do apologise. I have just read this one, not just, I started it a couple of days ago and I finished it now. I enjoyed this one. This does follow Harrison, Beck, and also his uncle Nat. And they go on adventures on trains, and in this one was done a little bit differently actually. Most of the adventure was not on a train, they just took a train to get to the place, but it's set in Germany, I think, Berlin, and they are trying to uncover a secret within this family. They are going undercover essentially, pretending that they're part of this family. They're going to a funeral of a guy that has died within the family, and his will has gone missing, and basically Nat and Harrison have been recruited by the Baron, who they've met previously to see if they can solve what's gone on and where the will has gone. It was interesting, just done differently. I didn't enjoy this as much as the others. In fact, this is the one I've probably enjoyed the least, but it's done now and I gave it 4 stars. So I have read that this week, which goes towards Believeathon, which is great news. And then I did just start as well Believe Me by Dreda Say Mitchell and Ryan Carter. This has been sent to me by Tandem, so thank you to them and the publishers for sending this one my way. I truly appreciate it. I am taking part in a Tandem read along over the next few days with this one. This is a thriller mystery, and on the back it says, in this gripping thriller from the best-selling authors of Spare Room and Say Her Name, one woman's mysterious death has led to a lifetime of pain. Can her daughter find out why? So we're following Gabby, who is a property dispute lawyer, and she's shocked to find a secret from her mother, essentially, who died several years prior. Her mother, it would appear, owned a property that none of her family knew about, and Gabby would like to find out how and why her mother owned this property. Her mum died very young, at the age of 40. Gabby is now approaching 40 and is convinced that she is also going to die young. She thinks it's like a curse on the family or something, until things start to be revealed a little bit more, and then it might turn out that her mum was actually murdered, and she wants to try and find out what's going on before she too ends up with the same fate. So yeah, I have currently read today's pages, which is up to page 50, chapter 10. It's intriguing so far. The prologue opens up and it's very, very dark what happens in the prologue. Very intriguing so far. We have met Gabby, we've met Gabby's sister, and then Gabby's dad. Gabby's dad is an asshole and I hate him thoroughly, but I'm intrigued so far, so I'm having a good time. I was flicking through this the other day actually and noticed a help us post-it in here, and I thought it was the book calling out for help. It's not. It's part of the read along, the immersiveness of the read along. So that's why my phone is blowing up as well. Discord's blowing up with chatter of today's pages. So far enjoying this one. This is an Amazon published book as well, and it is on Kindle Unlimited, so if you're intrigued about picking this one up, it is over on there, so you can do that. So that is the other book I'm trying to make my way through over the next few days. I actually might try and smash my way through this and just make some notes so that I can interact with the Discord on the appropriate days. But yeah, a couple of the girls in the chat already are like way further in. I know that one of them has already gotten to that post-it note, so she's like around this section, if not further, around 150 pages. I have just done today's pages. I may carry on for a little bit. It's currently 9:20 and we've just done the Thor, Love and Thunder watch along. So yeah. And then I do want to focus on Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross as well and try and get this finished as well soon. And then I can go back to Gallows Hill. I'm glad that I've managed to finish Danger at Dead Man's Pass before starting Believe Me, because I didn't want to be starting yet another book without having finished another one, because I'm currently in the middle of this, Gallows Hill and Fourth Wing right now. I'm in the middle of more books than that, but actively that I'm currently reading. Oh, and one called Cabin Mate as well by, I can't remember her name. I'll leave a picture of it here. I'm currently partway through that as well, only 12%, but I'm enjoying that so far. It's good, nice little Christmas read. So yeah, hopefully gonna make some progress in these two, potentially Cabin Mate as well over the next couple of days, but I will keep you posted. This vlog, I have edited it up to date and it is already relatively long, so it would be nice again to get some reading in towards the end of the month. We don't have too long left and my days are starting to get very busy now, so I do have tomorrow free, but I've got a load of pre-filming to do for December and actually January as well. And then Saturday I will have a couple of hours to read while Andy's on his works do before I go and meet him. Sunday the boys are coming to build my furniture, and then I will have the evening free to do some reading, and then Monday, Tuesday free for reading, filming, editing, etc. And then back to my basic week of Wednesday, Thursday at work. Friday I'll probably spend the day with Andy because it'll be his day off, and then Saturday, Sunday he is at work, and it's the Saturday and Sunday right before my birthday, so I have no plans. I'm fairly certain that Jade might be doing a readathon with her patrons, so I'm going to be reading for that, but that will all be in December's video. So yeah, for the rest of the month I have the rest of this evening, tomorrow, a little bit of Saturday, Sunday evening, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday I will be at work, so I probably won't get any reading done. So I do have a few days, but not too much. So yeah, just thought I'd come on, give you a little update. That wasn't as quick as I was hoping it was going to be, but there was a lot to tell you about. So I'm going to go because I've got literally 10 seconds left before this timer goes off, and I'll check back in with you and another update for you. Good morning, just. It is 11:49 on, oh, it's Monday. How should we do Magic Monday sprints right now? Whoops. It's 11:49 on Monday, the 27th of November, last Monday of the month, and I have a lot to do. I'm working a half day tomorrow for my day job, so I will be going to my brother's tomorrow to go and do that. And then I'm working Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'm coming home Thursday evening, and I've got Thursday evening, Friday, Saturday and Sunday at home until Sunday evening when I go to Andy's. And then it's my birthday on the Monday, and I have got so much I need to do. This is why it's taken me so long to get out of bed. I'm very overwhelmed this morning with how much I have to do, and we have just been given a date for when the baby's coming as well, which is much earlier than we anticipated. So there's a lot to do. I have a bookshelf on the floor that needs building so that it can go here and put all of the crap on the chair on it, and then all of the bookmarks down here on it as well. So I need to do that, in which I'm going to listen to a book. There's some pre-filming I need to do, but my thought process is that right now I really need to finish some books. Again, I haven't been reading. I did finish Divine Rivals the other night. Where is it? So yeah, I did finish Divine Rivals the other night, so I have finished this one. It's about the only reading I've done, quite frankly. I gave this one 4 stars, 4.5 stars on Corpile. It was good, I enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to the next one, which is called Hollow Vows, I think, or something like that. And I'm really looking forward to that. It's coming out pretty soon. I think either towards the end of December or beginning of January. I don't know if Fairy Loot have announced if they're doing a copy of it yet or not, but I am intrigued about continuing on with this series. I really enjoyed it. I liked how it wrapped up towards the end without any spoilers. It was good. And I had a really good time with it. I was very interested. The one thing I will say about this is that I think the plot itself was really, really good. I found the plot in the background of the monsters and this being a fantastical world and the war that was going on was because of these monsters was almost kind of overshadowed. It was mentioned a couple of times within the book, but other than that, it wasn't mentioned again. And quite frankly, we could have been in World War I or World War II. Like, it was just mentioned as a war, like this was a, I don't know, not a normal thing, but like these two gods essentially fighting and causing this war, and they, you know, the people were fighting for a side and Iris's brother was out there fighting for a side. I don't know, I feel like that story could have been maybe developed a little bit more. I'm not sure, maybe because I was in and out of the book I just didn't pick up on it as much, but I felt like that was almost lost a little bit. Maybe we'll get into it a bit more in the second book potentially, but yeah, other than that I really enjoyed it. I liked the whole letter writing to each other and how it was revealed why and how that was happening. I just really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the romance between these two as well, and I enjoyed that it progressed quite quickly with them once it started going as well. Once it got going, I enjoyed that it progressed quite quickly. I thought we were kind of going to end the point at which it started to progress, again without spoilers. I thought that was going to be the end of the book, and I checked my audio, but there was still an hour left of the audio, so I was like, okay, cool, interesting, which is good because I was wondering how there was a second book out of this. But yeah, I'm very excited to continue on with this one, and I'm glad that I've finished it now, so that is great news. The rest of my reading, I haven't made any progress at all on these two. I haven't started Into the Drowning Deep. I haven't made any more progress on Iron Flame. The decision to annotate that book has been a bad one, I think. Otherwise, I would have finished it by now, but it is what it is. So I do need to make progress on these today because I'm supposed to be finishing this one soon, I think, as part of the read-along. I haven't been part of the chat much because I've only read the first set of pages, which were Thursday's pages, if I remember correctly, or Fridays, I can't remember. So I do need to make progress on this one and also this one, and I think my aim today, I should be doing some pre-filming, but truly I'm not in the mood. I've got a really twitchy eye and it's really bothering me. I don't know if I'm overtired or exhausted or I've just got a lot on my mind. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's really bothering me and I'm not in the mood to film today. So I think my intention today is to actually, I should prioritize pre-filming, but I think my aim today, I could do a little bit tomorrow morning because the two videos I had down to pre-film today are shortish videos, so I could fit those in tomorrow morning before I leave the house. But I think my aim today is reading, and what I would really like to do is finish both of these today. Now it's already midday, so I don't know how I'm going to manage that. I have a meeting this evening with my person from Trover Trip. So also, if you were interested, I do have a trip going to New York City next year in October. It is towards the end of October, but before Halloween. It is for 5 days and we will be going to New York City, and I'm really excited. We have a lot of excursions planned in those 5 days, but we also end up with a lot of free time. Like, you end up with like 3 hours every single morning free to do as you please, whether that be holed up in your room reading or going out sightseeing or going book shopping, anything you want to do. And then we have an entire free day in the middle of the holiday in which I am planning on doing a bunch of book shopping, going down to Ground Zero so that I can go and see the memorial fountains and One World Trade, and just seeing a whole bunch of things that aren't on the itinerary that I would really like to see, but mostly book shopping. I'm gonna have to remember that I've got to bring these books back and there will be a weight limit on my case, so I've got to keep that in mind. But yeah, there is a trip planned to New York City next year in October if you would like to come with me. Jade is also coming on the trip as my +1, so Jade will be there as well, and we're really excited for it. So if you want more information, I will leave a link in the description box down below so you can go and check it out, check out the price and everything. You do not have to pay the full price now, you only need to pay 25%, and there is an installment plan as well if you're interested in that. Again, I'll leave a separate link to that if you would like to have a look at the installment plan, but otherwise you need to have the whole trip paid off 90 days before we go. And the price does not include flights, visas, or travel insurance. It does, however, include your transfer from the airport to the hotel, which is located very nicely in the middle of New York, to be honest, so in the middle of Manhattan. So I'm really happy about that. So yeah, just in case you're interested, I haven't mentioned it for a while, so I just thought I would. That seemed to be a great place to plug that in here a little bit. So yeah, I have a travel trip meeting this evening, and then I think what I'm going to do is actually, now that I've remembered that it's actually Monday, and I usually do Magic Monday sprints with my patrons, I think I'm going to book those in to do them with them this evening after my meeting. So I will have chance to do some reading this evening, but I think for this afternoon I need to focus on these. So I think I'm actually going to try and focus on Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates and try and finish this one off while I'm building that bookcase. I don't think there's too long left on the audiobook, so I'm going to try and finish this one off while I'm building the bookcase. This is a haunted house story. We're following Maria Hull, and her parents let her go, essentially. They left her when she was 8 years old, so they moved her away when she was 8 years old, so she doesn't have any memory of them. Her parents have now died at the same time of a heart attack, which is very suspicious, and they owned a winery, and she ends up going to the funeral and then going to the winery and moving in, essentially, because this is it's a company, people work there. She needs to make a decision whether or not she's going to keep it going, give it to someone else, or shut it down. So she moves into the house, and on the first night she has some very weird things happen to her while she's in the house. So that's as far as I got with it. It's very intriguing and I'm really enjoying myself with it. I just haven't been making time to get back to it. I've been prioritising other books, which I need to stop. And Mel did put this on my 12 books from 12 friends, so I think it was Mel that put this on. It was either Mel or Cassidy, the other one, then put Into the Drowning Deep. They both agreed on them, so both of them would have put one or the other book on. I'm fairly certain this one was Mel's pick for 12 books from 12 friends, and I do need to get to Into the Drowning Deep so that I can complete that task. I don't think I'm going to complete it anyway, to be honest. That could end up being dragged into January at this rate, but it's fine. So yeah, I need to prioritize this. In fact, I should probably make that decision to just leave Into the Drowning Deep now, because I am going to do like a video where I revisit the whole 23 books in 2023, which included my 12 books from 12 friends, and anything left over, then follow it up with a reading vlog. So maybe I just make the decision, which would be a good decision, I think, to just leave it and not actually get to that, because I'm getting really stressed out about the fact that I've still got to get to it. I don't have time in December, so if I don't finish it in November, I've only got till Thursday to finish it, and I'm not going to do it. So I think that will relieve some stress of me, I think. So yeah, I need to finish this one off, and then I'll come back round to this one this evening, I think, because I can follow along with the book. It is part of a read along, so I need to have some thoughts and stuff and stop and read the prompts and stuff that Tandem have done along with this one. So yeah, I think I need to be a bit more into the physical book with this one. So I'm going to try and finish this and then get on to this one this evening. If I could finish both of these today, that would be fantastic, and then tomorrow I can get on with some filming. I was up to date with orders with the shop. The Black Friday sale went really well. It's still ongoing today only. I do need to do some Instagram posts for that, remind everybody that it finishes at 11:59 p.m. today. So yeah, and I need to build the bookshelf. So that is my plan. I've just put some washing in, so I've finished that. So yeah, there's a bunch of things I need to be getting on with. I did also want to show you that this came in yesterday. I did not need this, but I am obsessed with the colour of it, so I got it regardless. I don't know what the reasoning behind doing this version of it is. I know in the US it's deemed like the Christmas version or something, the Christmas edition. I don't know what the reasoning is behind doing it for the UK, whether it's the same reason or not. But it looks like this in the end papers. Very simple under the dust jackets. There's not two. And there apparently are 2 never before seen bonus chapters as well. It's very pretty, and I'm really happy about having this one facing out on my shelves now. I took my other normal Fourth Wing downstairs on my shelves downstairs. So now I have this one and the Kathy's sprayed edges up here. I am also getting the Illumicrate one and then the Waterstone sprayed edges as well. Not Illumicrate, Fairy Loot one and the Waterstone sprayed edges as well. So yeah. I have nothing else to say to that. I got it, there was no need. I let Andy open it yesterday because he loves opening my parcels. And not in like an invasive way, he checks with me first. And yeah, I then said to his brother, you don't need to know how many copies of this book I've got. So it opened up the discussion, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna go because this has been another long clip. Apparently I can't stop talking. It's because I leave it ages before I check in with you again, so we have no short burst clips anymore. But I'm gonna go and try and get on with some reading, get this bookcase finally built. My wardrobes were built yesterday and my drawers in the bedroom finally built yesterday. Andy and his brother came around to do them. I'm so freaking happy. The room is starting to look like a bedroom now and I'm really, really happy. The only thing that has let them down, not the boys, but IKEA, other than the fact that they fucking missed my shelf the day of delivery, the railing for the clothes rail did not come. So I can't actually hang anything up in the wardrobes, which is great. Such a good start. So yeah, they're being delivered on Thursday. So I will get to them on Thursday and hang them up and then probably spend the weekend reading a lot because it is Pokeathon Gym on Saturday and I need to get a kickstart now on the Christmas vlog that I want to do because the baby will come right in the middle of all of that. And then sorting out my wardrobe as well so that I can start emptying that box room so that can then be renovated probably in the new year. It's not going to get done before Christmas now. So yeah, that is my plan. So I need to go. My back is already sore, so I feel like doing this bookcase isn't going to be a good idea today, but I won't have time any other time and I just want to get it done. Gives me something to do. I'll listen to the audiobook of Gallows Hill as well because otherwise I haven't got a great deal to do. So I'm going to get that done and I will check back in with you when I finish Gallows Hill probably. Okay, hello. It is much later in the day. It's 5 to midnight actually. And I have some updates for you. So I did finish Gallows Hill. I'm just going to show a picture of it here because it's upstairs and I can't bother to go and get it. I did finish Gallows Hill. It was fine. I wasn't a huge fan of it and I'm really sad about it because I know the girls have hyped this up massively, both Mel and Cassidy. And I do have, I think I've got another Darcy Coates on my TBR. So I am a little bit bummed about that. The atmosphere was good in it, but I don't know, I just wasn't a massive fan of it. I don't know what it was about it that I didn't fully enjoy, but it didn't hook me. It did not have me hooked. We were following Margot Hull, whose parents had passed away and she'd been shipped off when she was like 8 years old. Her parents had kind of given her away essentially because of an incident that had happened, but she doesn't fully remember the incident. She just thinks it's to do with like a dog fight or something that she ended up getting involved with and getting injured by a dog. She then comes back for her parents' funeral and she ends up inheriting Gallows Hill and then some strange goings on start happening. And I don't know, I just found it really bizarre. Without saying too much, I found it quite bizarre how the people in the area that were associated with Gallows Hill itself were dealing with this situation. And I just found it really weird. I just wasn't a huge fan of this one, unfortunately. I did give it 3 stars. It wasn't one of my favourites. But I've completed it now. I have read it for the 12 books from 12 friends. So that's great news. It was also on my Our Fantasy TBR, so I have completed that one. And it's done now. And then I was going to go on to Believe Me, which is the tandem read along that I've been doing. But I've been in this really weird mood where I've just not been wanting to read. I've been very much so back in my true crime era recently. I've been watching them on TV whenever I've been watching telly. I have been listening to Kay's File podcast on Spotify instead of reading, and I've been very much so in a true crime kind of mood. So picking up books has not been appealing to me right now, and it's been really stressing me out. So I made the decision, because I wasn't in the mood for it, I didn't want to pick it up and ruin the book by not being in the mood. So I did make the decision to kind of go down that true crime route and come back to a book that I started in January but have not finished yet. Now the reason why I didn't finish this one, this was supposed to be like my nighttime read back in Jan, but the reason, I don't know why I put it down in January and then didn't come back to it, but once I started my renovations in April, I ended up losing this book for a period of time and then found it again, and it made its way back onto my shelves, and I promised I would get back to it in my head, to no one else. Promised I would get back to it before the end of the year. So that is The Fact of a Body by Alexandria Marzano-Lezenovich, and this is a true crime story. Essentially, it's two crimes, and we are following Alexandria, who is a law student, and she's asked to work on a death row hearing for a convicted murder and child molester, Ricky Langley. She finds herself thrust into a tangled story of his childhood. As she digs deeper and deeper into the case, she realises that despite their vastly different circumstances, something in his story is unsettlingly, uncannily familiar. The Fact of a Body is both an enthralling memoir and a groundbreaking, heart-stopping investigation into how the law is personal, composed of individual stories and proof that arriving at the truth is more complicated and powerful than we could ever imagine. And I'm really enjoying this. I was enjoying it when I first started it. This was a recommendation from Caitlin, and I enjoyed it when I started it, and I'm still enjoying it now. I did manage to get to page 249 this evening. I started on page, was I like 120? So chapter, yeah, that makes sense. I was page 120, so I've made quite a decent bit of progress, like 100, almost 130 pages, and I am enjoying it. I don't want to tell you too much more than what the back tells you, but we're obviously following the story of Ricky Langley, who has molested children in his past when he was a younger teen. And then we're following the story of him now with this child that he has killed, and it's quite shocking, it's quite brutal. But then we're following Alexandria, her past and what's gone on with her, as well as her now following the story for Ricky, and also working on his death row hearing as well. So it's very interesting, and to be honest, I'm on like the death row roll as well. I've been watching this program called Women on Death Row, and there is a fascinating fact told at the beginning of each episode in which there are 5,000 people currently on death row in the US, and 50 of them are women. And it's shocking to me that that is the percentage of that number, that only 50 of the 5,000 people on death row are women. But yeah, it's quite interesting, and I do really love me some true crime, so I felt like this was a good angle to take, and it's definitely worked for me. My other option was to pick something up then for another vlog and get that started, but no, I've decided to pick this one up instead. So I'm really happy about that. I've been making progress in this, and hopefully I will finish it very, very soon. And I'm hoping that I might be able to finish this before November, to be honest. But I will only really have tomorrow morning, and I am kind of hoping I'll be in the mood to do some pre-filming tomorrow, fingers crossed. So yeah, that's the progress I've made today. So I've read quite a bit today, which is great news. Finished Gallows Hill, read 120 pages, 130 pages of The Fact of a Body, and it's almost midnight, so I actually think I might try and find some true crime to watch on TV before I go to sleep, because that's not disturbing. But yeah, I've done some Patreon sprints tonight. Jade joined me because I forgot it was Monday and didn't do them this morning. I've managed to build the bookcase, which is what I did while I was listening to Gallows Hill, and I've done a couple of like scheduled Patreon posts. I've done a couple graphics for Bookmas that is going to be happening December through to January, and it's been a kind of productive day. Not as productive as I would have hoped, because I was hoping to get some filming done today, but it is what it is. I've done 2 loads of washing and I've washed my bed in. I do need to put that on my bed at some point, and by the time I go upstairs later I'm going to hate myself for not already doing that, but it is what it is. So yeah, that is my day. So I'm going to go. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get some filming done. I will finish The Fact of a Body, potentially make some more progress in Believe Me. Hopefully I'll be in the mood. But yeah, so I'm going to check out and I will speak to you tomorrow probably. Hello team, it is the last day of the month. It's the 30th of November, tomorrow is the 1st of December. I cannot believe it. Where has this month gone? We've made it. It's here. I've had a little bit of a stressful day, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably just going to explain that in the December vlog, but it's been a little bit of a family heavy stressful day, I'm not gonna lie. So I am back home for this evening and I'm just here to wrap this vlog up, quite frankly. I am here to tell you that I did finish The Fact of a Body the other night as well, and I really enjoyed this. This was fascinating. It is following Alexandria as well as following the story of Ricky Langley, who was a child molester and murderer, and it was really good. Obviously be wary going into this, it is about child molestation, and it features in both Alexandria's story and then the story that she's following with Ricky Langley. So yeah, it was really interesting. I think it was done very cleverly with the way that we get her story and then her telling the story of Ricky Langley and exactly what happened and stuff, and I really enjoyed it. I do want to read more non-fiction next year, especially true crime non-fiction. I do find that way more fascinating than any other kind of non-fiction that I have read previously. Not that I read a great deal, but I would like to read some more. With this and The Five, I've really enjoyed myself with both of them, and I'm just on a huge true crime kick right now. So yeah, I've really enjoyed this one. This was very good. Again, with The Five, I don't think I'm actually going to rate it, but if I did, I have previously rated non-fiction actually. I did rate Jeanette McCurdy's I'm Glad My Mum Died, and I gave that one 5 stars, but I just feel a bit, I don't know, I think in future, and starting obviously from when I read The Five, I don't think I'm going to rate non-fiction. I feel bad about it because obviously it could do with the ratings on Goodreads for people to know whether or not to pick it up, but I just feel weird about giving it a 5 star. Like, it was a very well told book. If I was to rate it, I would give it 5 stars. It was very good. It was a very well told book, very engaging. I really liked, like I say, the switch between the author's actual story and then the story of the person that we were following, the child molester slash murderer. So I think it was very well told, very engaging, and I would give it 5 stars if I rated non-fiction now, but I just feel weird about giving it a rating because I just don't know how you would rate it less than 5 stars. It's either your kind of thing or not as far as non-fiction topic is concerned, but I don't see why you would go into this, finish it, and then give it like a 1 star or a 2 star or a 3. Do you know what I mean? I don't see how you would give it a low rating. If the subject matter wasn't for you, that isn't the book's fault. That's your fault for picking it up, knowing what it's about. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I really enjoyed this. It was very good and a great book to be finishing the month off with. So that is the last book that I have read this month. Overall, I've had a pretty good reading month. I can't remember what exactly I read this month that was in this vlog and what else I read throughout the month that was in other vlogs. I don't even remember what vlogs I did, quite frankly, so far this month. But yeah, this was the last one. I do just have a couple of books as well that have come in the last couple of days while I've been at Andy's. I came home to the biggest pile of parcels. The majority of them are birthday presents. There were a couple that I bought myself, either books that I got or presents for other people for Christmas, and then there was a Christmas present there as well, a gift from someone as well. So I just had a quick glance at the gift note because I'm trying to keep Christmas presents separate from birthday presents. I obviously don't want to be opening Christmas presents on Sunday when I open my birthday presents. My birthday is on Monday, but I want the video to go up on Monday, and I am out for the majority of the day, so I need to film it on Sunday. So that's essentially what's going on. So the day this video is going up on Saturday. So yeah, the day after this video goes up, I will be doing my birthday unboxing, and it will be going up the day after that then. But the 2 books that did come, I did pre-order Saga volume 11. I feel like there has been no hype for this whatsoever. If it wasn't for the fact that I spotted it on Forbidden Planet, I would have no idea that this was coming out. So I'm glad that I have that now, so that I can continue on with the series. I did do if I remember to do so, I will leave a link to it up here, but I did do a rereading all of Saga ready for volume 10, and then reading volume 10 as well vlog. So if I remember to do so, I'll leave a link to that up here. And then I also got The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. I had no idea that this was a book. Honestly, I had no idea that Lucy Score had written books before the Things We Never Got Over book. I think that's what the first one called. Things We Never Got Over book. I had no idea that that wasn't a debut, so that's surprising, but also interesting to note. She has apparently a whole bunch of other books, but I thought I would get this one, The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. Whether or not I read it this Christmas, I don't know, probably not. It's chunkier than I thought it was going to be. It's nearly 400 pages, but I'm intrigued by it. I absolutely have no idea what it's about. I think it's a almost like Buddy the Elf meets Grinch type book, you know, Grumpy Sunshine. One of them is not a fan of Christmas, the other one is. So it says she'll save Christmas just to spite him, so that's what I'm gaining from that. But I'm intrigued by this one for sure, and I'm glad that I got it. So yay for that. So that is the very small book haul to show you. I am shattered. It has been a very, very, very long day, of which not a lot has happened. I got my hair done yesterday, by the way, which is why it's in French braids, so that I can take it out tomorrow, do a little bit of filming, and then I'm off to my dad's for the weekend, which will be explained in December's vlog. So yeah, I am gonna bounce so that I can get this edited and get it uploaded and scheduled for Saturday. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. I don't know how long this is actually going to be. I'm fairly certain that I've edited it up to date, and it's around an hour and 20 minutes or something. So, and I've got several clips to add to that, so we'll see how that goes. It is freezing right now. I have the heating on and I'm still really fucking cold. I'm actually physically shaking right now. It's so cold. So yeah, I'm gonna get that edited and then tuck myself away to bed, potentially do a little bit of reading, I hope, because I really need to, and get myself tucked away to bed because I'm really fucking cold and I just want to get cozy in bed. I really need to right now. So I'm going to do that, but I hope you have enjoyed this video. Chat to me in the comments down below. Any links and anything that I have mentioned previously will be in the description box down below if you wanted to check them out, whether that be links to other videos or links to the Trove trip that I have going for New York next year in October. They will all be linked in the description box down below, so do feel free to check those out, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye for now.